I'm sure most of you have seen by now that I shared recently that I've been struggling. Things have been really hard in my life lately, and I reached a point where I was just feeling really tired and really down and feeling like nothing I did mattered, nothing was making it better, and nothing that I did or made felt good enough or right. And that was kind of putting me in a bad place, a place I don't like being, a place that doesn't feel comfortable or pleasant to be. And so I realized that I just needed space. I needed time. I needed to just take all of those expectations that I had of myself that I wasn't living up to and put them on pause. And so for the past month, I would love to say that I used this time off to, catch up on recording, to create more scripts, to get better at writing. But truthfully, I didn't do any of that. I kind of just froze for a long time, and it sucked. It sucked for a while, but I know I needed it. I know I needed some time where I just let myself feel whatever I needed to feel without the expectation that I was going to fix it. And I know that can sound confusing or scary when you're describing being in a sad or dark place, You don't want to stay there for any longer than you have to because it's scary. But sometimes when those thoughts and feelings are chasing you down, you need to turn around and face them, and you need to hear what they're trying to tell you. And what they were trying to tell me wasn't, the things that I was hearing, like nothing I did was good enough, and that what I was doing didn't matter, and that I should just give up because who do I think I am? That wasn't what they were trying to tell me. They were, in their own way, that wasn't always helpful, trying to tell me to rest. And not gonna lie, it was hard and it didn't feel great for a long time. But one day I woke up and I felt 1% better. And I could do one thing that I hadn't done the day before, whether that was take a shower or spend more time with my dogs or eat an entire meal. I could do one thing. And I just have been building my ladder up based on those 1% improvements. And so even though I haven't uploaded in a month, it's only been a few days now that I've been writing and recording and building my confidence back up and getting excited again. And that's felt really, really, really good. And I'm so relieved and overjoyed to be where I'm at, even if it's not perfect, even if it's maybe not even good, even if it's just better. It's better, and I'm really, really grateful for that. And I guess I wanted to make this audio because I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. So if you are going through a hard time, I'm sorry. I know it sucks, but you have choices. You have choices every day to do something good for yourself. When I posted that I was struggling, the support was overwhelming. Every single comment that was kind and supportive and understanding and encouraging meant something to me. I let myself sit there, read those videos and force myself to truly believe them, to truly believe that there are people out there who believe in me and who care about me. And I had to accept that as true and really try to soak that all in. And if you've been around for a while, I'm sure you've seen and heard me say that I think you are all wonderful and valuable, that you are all important, and that you are all capable of so much good. And I want you to know that when I say that, I mean it. I believe it. I know you are capable of so many good things. I feel like when I was a little kid, the internet was very much this place to find your people, to find community, and to find belonging, to find your weirdos. And it kind of feels like these days you go on the internet just to get told everything that's wrong with you, all the ways you need to change, all the things you're doing wrong, all the ways that you're not cool enough or smart enough or young enough or hot enough, just everything that's wrong with you. And your only goal for being online should be to fit in and to excel at just being what everyone decides that everyone should be. And that makes me really sad. I don't think that's good for any of us. And that feeling has definitely come up a lot as I've been creating content. For those of you who don't know, the end of this month will make 1 year since I started my channel. So it's my channel's birthday. It's my birthday coming up as well. So this whole month really feels like both a milestone and a transition. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't feel great about that. It was easier for me to look at that number of, 6,000 subscribers and think, damn, I know a lot of other channels who hit 6,000 subscribers way sooner than I did. I know channels who started literally in the same week that I did, and they have way more views, way more subscribers. They feel like they're on a different level than I am. And part of me was embarrassed, and I actually wasn't even going to tell you guys that it was the 1 year anniversary of the channel because I was so scared that people would think I didn't have enough to celebrate because I didn't have a number over 10,000 or my videos hadn't broken tens of thousands of views. That I'm not one of the most popular, well-known, up-and-coming voice actors in the Girlfriend ASMR YouTube community. And I know that's silly. I know that most of you don't think that at all. I know most of you are proud of me and have appreciated everything that's come out of this channel since I posted my first videos a year ago. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to know that I had 6,000 people who wanted to be here. I still was just so fixated on the lack of accomplishment that I was perceiving rather than the real life accomplishment. So that's what's been on my mind lately, is this disconnect between appreciating the good and acknowledging the bad, between being yourself and being what everybody else wants you to be, between accepting yourself and trying to fit what everybody tells you a good and cool and successful person is. And I really hate those disconnects. I hate those spaces where you feel unsure and confused and insecure. And I do my damnedest to avoid them and to get out of them quickly when I do go to those places. But I don't think any of us are truly free from that insecurity 100% of the time. Somebody told me once that my channel very much so feels like it's for the misfits, and that made me insanely happy. So, if that's true, if you feel like a misfit and you're here and still listening to me ramble to myself before bed, I want you to know that I believe that you do belong here. And that has nothing to do with your actions, your background, where you come from, what you believe in. And I know that might sound concerning at first to say that no matter what, you belong here. But what I'm trying to get at is that so much of the human experience is shared. At the end of the day, we're all human. We're all vulnerable. We're all scared. We're all unique. We all have thoughts, feelings, emotions. We all long for comfort and safety and acceptance. We all want to feel like we belong and that we matter, that we're seen and recognized and valued just for who we are. And I believe that every one of you has value. I believe that every one of you is deserving of happiness. And more than that, I believe that every one of you is capable of being a really good person. And when I think about what gets in the way of being a good person, a lot of the time, I think it is the influence of other people telling us that being good or kind isn't the right thing to be. I think on the internet especially, there's so much encouragement to be angry and callous, to cultivate that us versus them mentality, to find your enemy and to be angry at them. And that's something that I used to struggle with too. I know what it's like to feel rejected and to have that turn into anger and to need to turn that anger to someone, to blame someone for it and to take it out on them. And if that's something that you can relate to, I want you to know that there is freedom from that. You know, being angry never helped me the way I thought it did. It didn't keep me safer or make me stronger or tougher or better. It just made me miserable. And when I started pushing myself to get over that, what I found was I didn't need to be angry. I needed to be kinder. Starting with myself. I was angry because I didn't feel good about myself. I felt defensive. I felt insecure. I felt like everybody was out to point out what was wrong with me and all the ways I was failing. And that bothered me because I believed them. Because I didn't have enough faith and enough of a relationship with myself that when somebody told me I was awful, that I could confidently say, no, I know I'm not awful. So what I'm getting at is that I appreciate every single one of you and all of the kindness that you've shown me this month. And if I can encourage you to do anything moving forward, it's going to be to continue to share and cultivate that kindness for others and for yourself. It's funny that it's June and it's Pride Month in the US. And so, of course, there's a lot to talk about around acceptance and safety, division, unity, just general kindness, treating people well. That's definitely top of mind this month when there is so much conflict coming up. But like I said, at the end of the day, we're all human. We're not that different from each other. We all just want to feel safe and happy. Try to keep that in mind. That's what we all want, and that's what we all deserve. But that we all also have a responsibility to contribute that to the world. So keep challenging yourself to be kind. I know a lot of times the anger comes more easily, but I believe in you. I believe that you can be good to yourself and be good to others. Thanks for listening. I hope this was helpful and not weird, and I will be back very soon.